Wednesday, August 1, 2012. What does a spiritual awakening feel like? By Lee Standing Barrymore. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Now let it go. Let's multiply that feeling of euphoric release 100 times, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times over. Okay, now close your eyes and see yourself flying amid magnificent clouds as you view the vast beauty of the earth below. Allow yourself to soar around the cosmos of 1,000 planets. Journey to wondrous places of the universe and then awaken in a wonderful, peaceful garden with multitudes of colorful flowers and pleasant aromas. The powerful feeling of love is everywhere. You are safe. There's no pain, no memory of anger or other darkness. You are in the place of peace. These descriptions are woefully lacking because there are no words that can adequately describe the tremendous euphoria of connecting with the spirit within. Describing a spiritual awakening is as difficult to convey in writing as it is to understand the experiences of others, because the experience of spiritual awakening is different for everyone. A spiritual awakening can happen in a moment. In general terms, a spiritual awakening is an altered state of perception. It is a knowing beyond knowledge. Reality has changed for the person who experiences an awakening. In short, a spiritual awakening is allowing yourself to be open and inviting the living spirited God and the love of God to enter your heart. It is the moment when God awakens your soul to a new awareness, a new perception of the world around you. It is the spark that ignites a long-buried ancient spirit within you. An awakening is when the confused and frightened self transcends to a higher consciousness, awareness full of love and peace. A spiritual awakening should not be confused with enlightenment, that may be defined as an intellectual understanding of higher religious principles. Enlightenment is often confused with awakening because both seek the same goal. An enlightened person may grasp the idea of spirituality, but the spark of a true awakening is spiritual freedom in action. It is the moment when the spirited God within opens to your consciousness and brings about the depth and breadth of the glory of God within. A person does not have to be a religious churchgoer to experience an awakening. In fact, a person who lives in spiritual freedom, walks the good red road, and remains unencumbered by dogma and doctrines, makes the best candidate for a spiritual awakening. Of course, one who regularly attends church, synagogue, temple or mosque are likely to have deep spiritual experiences, but are often blocked by feelings of guilt, fear and confusion drummed into them by zealous clerics. An awakening is sometimes a single event that miraculously changes one's life in an instant. It is the moment that is easily recalled with clarity throughout one's life. The moment becomes a deep well of strength, courage, and faith that is used repeatedly during life's many challenges and grows with time. The single moment of awakening is so powerful, so magnificent that anticipation of the future is joyful, certain, and clear. Eastern religions call the sacred energy that brings about the moment of awakening Kundalini. It is the force that awakens higher consciousness. American Indian cultures do not identify this force with a single name, but instead demonstrate this power in a variety of ways that are found embedded in ancient ceremony, such as vision quests and purification lodges. An awakening can be a slow process. An awakening is more often a long, slow process requiring months or years to accomplish. The roller coaster of life takes us to the highest points of the beauty walk, and then without warning rapidly dumps our mind and body into a heap of fear. The seesaw process is a long series on mini awakenings that are just powerful enough to compel a person to continue the search, but not strong enough to cause a leap of lasting superconsciousness. This hit-and-miss type of awakening has become more frequent because of strong and continual tidal waves of distraction and confusion caused by modern lifestyles. Much of the distraction is caused by a constant barrage of useless information coming from television, radios, cell phones, and computers. Electronic frequencies continually blasting through the air affects human brainwaves. The complexity of modern life creates stress and confusion on many levels. An awakening can start with misfortune. According to many, the beginning of a spiritual awakening can be an unpleasant experience too, especially one that starts with misfortune. Physical and emotional traumas, such as losing a loved one or a near-death experience, can be a catalyst to awaken a person's sense of reality. Imprisonment, mental illness or any situation that pushes a person to the limit of their endurance can be the means by which an awakening can begin. Turning to God is common whenever a person goes through an ordeal, feels helpless, or shaken. Tragedy can be a channel that brings about an increase in awareness and help produce an awakening. Psychological reactions. A spiritual awakening can also produce a number of unpleasant psychological reactions. Feelings of fear and disorientation are common following the onset of an awakening. Depression, guilt, and anxiety are common. In most cases, these emotional reactions are temporary and can be handled by continued pursuit of spiritual awakening, through personal ceremony, prayer and meditation. The main thing to remember during this period of transition is that the power and peace of the Holy Spirit within overcomes any transient emotions. An awakening brings powerful positive reactions. We attempted earlier in this article to describe the wonderful, euphoric emotions felt when a spiritual awakening occurs, but failed to adequately describe the glorious event. The arousal of the spirit within begins with the deep realization that God does indeed live within the soul. This knowing brings about strong feelings of confidence and well-being. Fears are reduced and your entire being is infused with the beauty of the world. Negative emotions and traumas leave the body and life energy is restored. Psychic healing takes place as the bioplasmic matter of the body is revitalized. This type of healing is also referred to as magnetic healing, faith healing, charismatic healing, pranic healing, therapeutic touch, laying of the hand, or key healing. A feeling of tranquility affects many areas of one's behavior. All 5 senses of hearing, sight, touch, smell and taste can be increased with an awakening. New creative talents may surface and become stronger with practice. There are many examples in history of people who developed artistic talents after an awakening. Other, more rare aspects of an awakening include strange recurring dreams, hearing voices, seeing auras, new intuitions and psychic abilities are all possible. Even more rare effects are telepathy, precognition and the ability to channel healing energy. Even though these new talents may be fleeting or weak at first, it is possible to sharpen these abilities with time and practice. According to Steve Gunn, a metaphysical practitioner, a spiritual awakening is a process of considerable inner change that some people will go through where their entire being, consciousness and intuitive abilities ascend to another, higher, level of energy and awareness. As an experience it can, and most often will, be profound and disturbing with little or no feeling of control and most often no idea what's actually happening. A spiritual awakening can happen in a single moment or develop after years of effort. Regardless, spirit will eventually lead all humans to God. Every knee will bow and every single tongue will confess. Romans 14:11. Every human will ascend back to the Creator of all things. Show/bookmark. What does a spiritual awakening feel like?